And as the economic conditions of Ghana worsens, every aspect of the economy is taking a beating, and workers are fighting of every move that will make them worse off. The latest people to raise their voice against that decision and decisions that reduce their purchasing power is the Lotto operators and the Lotto writers. The two groups have resisted plans by the National Lottery Authority to reduce their commission given to Lotto writers across Ghana. In an exclusive interview on the sidelines of a press conference here in Accra, Gabriel Tanko Kwame Kansu, the Deputy General Secretary for the Ghana Lotto Operators Association, told JoyNews that the NLA has to take a relook at the decision.
In recent times, the NLA, that's the regulators of National Lottery in Ghana, apparently brought a directive that effective on the 14th of October, every writer of lottery is supposed to receive a 20%. Initially, they received 30%. So in view of that, Ghana Lotto Operators Association, together with private Lotto operators, and then the concerned Lotto agents and writers, we deem it fit that as players of the industry, it was imperative we meet up with all of these writers and then see how best we could sensitize them and then enforce the directive. So in view of that, we met them today, letting them know that there has been a change in the directive, meaning the 30% they used to receive is no more. Going forward, they are going to be receiving a 20%, and that didn't go down well with us. So basically, that is it. This is so unfortunate. I believe this is something the NLA should be telling us. Things are tough in recent times. Prices of goods are on the hike. And at this crucial time, it is imperative, at least if for anything, their sort of commission should rather be on the up. But now we are bringing it to 20%.
So how does that affect your work and the business of lottery?
It's not going to go well, believe me. Let me give you a little example. Just imagine currently now in Ghana, look at how things are happening. And then you have been told that there's a pay cut unjustifiably. How are you going to take it? It's not going to go well for you. Okay, some of these writers, sometimes a day, they make as minute around 30, 40 cedis. And now 40 cedis, they're going to be losing around 10% and all have you. It's not good. So we are entreating the NLA to look at or revisit this position. Currently, as we speak, we have in excess of about 2 million people who are into lottery. Believe me, if you go around all over Ghana, amongst all the 16 regions, you have about 2 million people who are writing. And here lies the case, their commissions are being cut. So automatically, it's going to be unfortunate. The lottery industry is going on a downtrend.
So how do you then answer the question of this is a decision by the operators and not the NLA?
You and I know very well this can't be true. Like I said earlier, currently as in Ghana, at 722, clearly empowers the board of the NLA to come out with commissions. You understand? The NLA is the regulator of this business, ideally. So we, at the end of the day, are the end users. So whatever decisions that come, it comes from the NLA. So there is no way this could be coming from the operators, not at all. Of course, every operator would want to make sure his business grows. Here lies the case, you're having about, let's say, one operator having about, let's say, 2,000 writers. And here lies the case, you have dropped your commission to 20%. What is going to happen? If you have your colleague who is maybe offering more, they'll run to your colleague. So at the end of the day, it's not coming from the operators. This is a decision that had come from the NLA, stating clearly that on the 14th of October, this was taking effect.
Did the NLA give reasons why they want you to reduce the commission from 30% to 20%?
There have been no such reason, I recall. There have been no such reason. A letter had just come from the NLA informing the association that effective on the 14th of October, every writer or agent should be able to accept a 20%. That was a letter that came to us. And it was, in fact, it was equally added that if in case you fail to adhere to this directive, your license will be revoked. And in view of that, I'm sure every operator will not want to sit and have his or her license revoked.
National Lottery Authority has been responding to these claims.
NLA has not done any reduction of commissions. What the NLA sought to do in a meeting that we had with leadership of the private Lotto operators and clerk was to reiterate the point that the commission set by the board, which is the only body mandated by Act 722, the act that sets up the NLA, that gives the NLA the authorization to run lottery and regulate lottery has set a 20% commission payment, which we ask the private lotto operators, because they basically pay the commissions, to comply. And it is because, you know, we have people who work for the private people, which we call them the private lotto operators, and we have our own lotto marketing companies, the LMCs. We pay 20% commission to the LMCs. And then so if we leave a market which people decide to pay a certain percentage of commission to themselves without complying with the law, without complying with the tenets of the law that give them the authorization to operate, we thought that was unfair. And then so the meeting that we had, so if somebody puts a notice across that the NLA and some of the placards that I saw, Samia Uku, no go agree, reverse the commission from 30 to from 20 back to 30. With the greatest of respect, we don't even know who set that 30% commission that they are asking us to reverse. If you're asking us to reverse, then it means that there was a certain commission being paid that we have gone down, that we are asking us to come back. We haven't set any commission. The last time the board sets commission payment in about that was about 5 years ago. The commission was 20%, and we're just telling the PLOs to comply with the commission set in the law, with the commission set in the licensing agreement that we signed last year.
But you just said you realized that there was this disparity between the private operators and your own marketing companies that work for you. So it means that initially the 30% for private operators was there, and you saw the disparity.
No, so you see that in our bid to sanitize the system, we realized that some were doing, if you go to Kumasi, for example, I know that some were even advertising 45% commission. which in our setting, if we are doing proper lottery, it is not possible to cap your commission payment at anything more than 20%. So let me give you a breakdown. Per our business model at the NLA, we do, if for example you sell 100 cedis worth of lottery products a day, our estimation is that you peg your wins, between 50 to 60% of your daily sales. So let's say that let's take the latter. You do 50% sales. You do 50% of your sales as your wins that you are going to pay out, your payout. If, for example, going by the argument, you pay 30% commission, that's 80%. How much are you going to use to service your machines, pay your staff, pay VAT, and other statutory payments to the JRA? It's not possible. So anybody who is doing lottery and is paying promising commission of 30%, 45%, 50% in some instances that we have seen, it's a worry to the regulator. And then so I would have to, you're even surprised to know that in the world, Ghana pays the highest commission. Our 20% commission is one of the highest in the world. So how come even today, even the 30% that they were complaining about, some of them were even arguing that it should be 40%. It is not practicable for anybody operating lottery in the true sense of lottery to be paying commission of 30%.
Okay. So from which percentage was it that you brought it to 20?
Initially, it was 15 and was reviewed to 20%. And that is the position that we have. And the board has not done any revision since then. So
but how come these people are complaining now? Because this NLA has been at this for quite some time.
So we agree that there were some lapses in regulation. But the new leadership has taken it upon herself that we would have to find a way to sanitize the system. Because that's how come we started with some of the measures to even give licensing to these private people, already known as banker-to-banker operators, who are operating without paying anything to government, who are operating without any authorization.